room as their 4x400m runners get ready, but it will be the final heat of the women's 4x400 meters to come next. We see Portugal go through. Norway, Nigeria were due to be in this heat, by the way, but Nigeria are not starting. USA quartet just going through. Kinera Hayes, Bailey Lear, Nasha Robinson, and Alexis Holmes. Belgium, again, would expect them to be pretty strong. Brazil in 3. So Nigeria did have a team entered in this women's 4x400 meters, but for whatever reason, they are not starting. They didn't declare any team names earlier on, and are not on the start line. But USA in this one, Daphne, and then Alexis Holmes. She's been a regular anchor runner for them at major championships. Obviously, we won't talk about the Femke Bol, Alexis Holmes coming together, which will remind you of less impressive Dutch times. But that was, she was, of course, who was the athlete when Femke Bol fell? Well, it was Alexis Holmes. It was the one who was keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, she ran a really good race in that moment because she pushed Femke that much that she fell down. But that's the hardest part of the 400 meters. But she is a very big talent as well.
They were actually disqualified in the world final, the Americans, for a baton infringement in a 4x400 meters, which you don't see that often. You see the likes of Kendall Ellis. In fact, Kendall Ellis ran earlier on. Kinera Hayes in this one, the 2017 World Championship relay gold medalist. Alexis Holmes also in good form this year, 50.24. There's another in-form athlete, Henriette Jaeger of Norway, who'll be going on the anchor leg for them. A few final thoughts for Karina Vanessa of Portugal. And their third leg runner, Juliana Guerrero. Mentioned Norway. We've got hurdler Amelie Yule just in the background there in their team as well. Henriette Jaeger, I mentioned she's in good form. She's the number 7 ranked European this year. With her 51-second clocking. And there is for the USA, Nasha Robinson, who will go on the third leg for them. So we look at the other athletes that the US have got here. Kendall Ellis we saw earlier on. This is pretty much nearly their strongest available women's quartet from those who were entered anyway. We had Kendall Ellis in. Kinera Hayes, as I say, a World Relay Championship gold medalist from 7 years ago. Bailey Lear standing by on the second leg for them. So the final tickets to Paris to be contested. Only 5 teams in this one, with the withdrawal of Nigeria. Just say, by the way, Nigeria, because they don't start today, that also means they can't start tomorrow. So Nigeria, it's the only way you can't start tomorrow is if you are a DNS today. So Nigeria have passed up, for whatever reason, the chance to have a team in the Olympics, at least for now. We'll see if they qualify through the top lists in terms of their performances. Just having a look, they are number 11 at the moment on that list. They would have a decent chance. It's a potentially injury issue or something that is unclear. On the performances of the teams in the qualification window, Belgium are actually faster than the United States. Belgium ranked 5, the United States ranked 6. And the rest are up in the 20s and 30s in terms of their position in the fastest times posted by relay teams in that Olympic qualifying window at the end of 2022, which will extend through to June. The last 2 teams, in addition to the 4 teams that we picked from that top list. Portugal on the outside then. Given up there for a second, but then eventually Josephine Eriksson appeared in lane 7. Kinera Hayes in 6 leads off the United States. Belgium, they have Naomi van den Broek on the first leg. Nigeria were due to be in 4. Not there. And Maria De Sena lead things off for Brazil. They have the South American number 2, Annie De Bassi, to go on the final leg. On your marks. Five teams chasing 2.
Back, my track and field lovers. Today we get to watch an interesting race, women's 4x400m relay at the World Athletics Relay in Nassau. And this we get to focus majorly on the USA squad dominancy and how Norway secured a historic Olympic qualification. So welcome to this channel, my good people. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, support a girl, and let's grow together. All credits goes to the original broadcasters of this footage. And guys, let me know what you think, or which team you think was your favorite on this one. So let's get into this video. Let's watch till the end. Remember to share this video with your family and friends. And guys, I'll come back with my honest 2 cents, my honest insights. Just enjoy the video, watch till the end, and comment down there below.
Spots for the Olympic Games in the last heat of Olympic qualifying round 1 for the women's 4x400 meters. So we'd expect the USA, even with a couple of their main hitters missing, to be comfortable enough in this heat. Norway with Josephine Eriksson, one from the outside. They're just closing in on Portugal on the outside. Belgium with the USA as a target as well. Naomi van den Broek keeping Kinera Hayes roughly in her sights, so you can see that Hayes has opened up quite a big gap on Belgium, and Brazil on the inside. Strong first 300 meters from Josephine Eriksson of Norway on the outside. Hayes coming up on her inside as our great shots from overhead show you the gaps before the stagger unwinds after the first bend of the second leg. Norway, USA and Belgium. Van den Broek finishing strongly, and Belgium maybe just got the baton in the hand ahead of Norway on the outside.
It's a strong leg from the first one on the Norway, but USA is going now, and Belgium is coming closer, because the first leg was really difficult for Belgium as well, because you saw she was on a very small step, but now she can make it a little bit closer.
So the second leg for the USA, Bailey Lear at the moment in pursuit. Down the back for Belgium is Hannah Kless, and for Norway is their hurdler Amelie Yule. Again, those three are away from the rest here, and away from Brazil and from Portugal. That is the complete list of 5. So this one is going to come down to the second half of the race. USA, Asher Robinson is about to take the baton for them. Belgium, it will go into the hand of Lieve Schoenmaker. And for Norway, it's Astrid Ertsgaard who takes it on. And even just in the last throws of that previous leg, Norway picked up 5 meters or so in the changeover, but Belgium have quickly closed that down. The eyes are on the second and third battle here, Daphne. There's
the battle, because you see USA is making a big gap, but it will be a really nice one between Norway and Belgium, because you see they are both relaxed in this moment, so they don't push each other. Just stay relaxed and wait for the last 100 meters. Then at that moment you can push it. But America is doing a really good one, and they have Holmes in the end, so you know that they will do a good job.
Norway starting to exert in second position with Astrid Ertsgaard. USA, their final leg will be Alexis Holmes. But Norway just ahead of Belgium for this final changeover. And this is an all-European battle for that second spot at the moment. Forget about the USA, they are gone, and forget about the ones behind, they aren't catching. It is Norway with Henriette Jaeger in excellent form this year, in the early stages of her season, and Belgium have Helena Ponetta on the final leg. Alexis Holmes is running serenely down the back straight. They have trimmed the gap slightly to Alexis Holmes. They're not going to catch her, but it's Norway still holding the advantage, Daphne.
Yeah, but see, Holmes, she looks like running in a park or something like that. It looks really relaxed, but this one is really nice in the last 100 meters between Belgium and Norway. Belgium is coming.
Norway at the moment, Belgium switching up the inside here. Helena Potter's seen a bit of room. Can she get there? Alexis Holmes sends the USA to the Olympics, and Henriette Jaeger is going to hang on for Norway. And Norway will book their place at the Olympic Games. What a brilliant performance from that quartet. Norway have never qualified for the Olympic Games in the women's 4x400 until now, and that's what it means.
They are so happy. It's so cool to watch that. But it was a really good race. National record as well. Wow.
Norway sent 4 athletes to the Bahamas, and they are currently lying on the track, hugging. There we go. And the first Norwegian Olympians in history in the women's 4x400 meters as a result of that national record. The USA got the job done really effectively. As you said, Alexis Holmes looked like she was having a jog down the beach here in the Bahamas. But again, times don't matter today. Save a bit in your legs because there's $40,000 of prize money tomorrow as well, so you might as well contest that as well if your top 2 spot is secure. And these are some of the stories that we would expect, the smiles on the faces, some of the surprise packages. Norway upsetting Belgium. So let's look back at some of the key moments here. As you can see, it was very tight between Belgium and Norway. Norway always had that advantage by a few meters, and that never changed as we see Robinson to Holmes.
It must be so difficult when you stand here, you want to go, but you need to wait because they have a lot of lactic, so you need to wait till the end when she's coming close and go, because I think you are too excited to go, so you need some time.
Well, Alexis Holmes saving plenty in her legs there to get the USA across the line, but we just saw Jaeger. I don't know if she was drifting out, thinking she was trying to make it more difficult for Ponetta to have to run around her, but she actually left enough of a gap up the inside that if Ponetta had the legs, she could have snuck through.
Yeah, but you see her in her legs, she's still relaxed. Of course, she had the lactic, but she's still pushing and pushing and pushing just to the finish line. The Belgian girl was doing the same, but she, was a little bit more tired, I guess.
Well, step by step there, Henriette Jaeger knew she was getting closer to making a bit of Norwegian history. And she and her teammates, Josephine Eriksson, Amelie Yule and Astrid Erdsgaard, have done exactly that as they take the second spot behind the USA. Belgium, you would expect them probably to be right in the hunt.
Thank you, me good people. Thank you for watching till this far. I don't take that for granted, me good people. Let's get into what we get to see or what we get to watch from the video or not from the video. So the US dominance. This was a World Athletics relay in women's 4x400 meters in Nassau, and we get to see how the US dominated. So the American team finished in 3.2476 rather than raw individual speed. So their success is attributed to mechanical superior exchange zones by using blind exchanges, and they minimize deceleration and re-acceleration losses to roughly 0.06 and 0.09 seconds per zone, significantly better than the global average. And guys, I think so this is a technique that most sprinters should learn from. I think so this is a secret, or this is a very good, smart technique to use if you are a person or a sprinter out there who runs relay races, especially the 4x400 meter relays. Use this deceleration and the re-acceleration method of 0.06 to 0.09 seconds per zone. So we're coming next to coming up with the Norwegian upset. We get to see how Norway finished second in the event, and they secured their first ever Olympic appearance in this event with a 3.2689 seconds. And their success was driven by pacing discipline. This is another technique, guys. I think so we should learn from this as well if you're a lover of track and field, or if you have someone out there who loves track and field or who participated or who is an athlete in these events, you can share these techniques or these tips with them. So this Norwegian used the pacing discipline, and their athletes used negative splits in the final legs, running the second half faster than the first to avoid premature lactate spikes. And that's an amazing technique, guys. I'm learning. Every day is a chance to learn. And whenever I see these techniques, I'm excited because who knows, they are building a coaching career for someone here in Africa to help some sprinters in the field. So when you get to the technical analysis, we get to see the emphasis that a light 4x400 meter performance is not just the sum of 4 individuals, but a system of momentum management and effective programs treat that handoff as a distinct fifth discipline that requires specific training rather than just raw athletic ability. And when it comes to relay, guys, I always emphasize on baton exchange. Speed is that something else that you should consider, and the angle as well, the final angle. When you get those three stronghold, and maybe the team, as we say, the 4 members have been training together, they have created they mastered the chemistry among themselves, they mastered the art of not panicking, not being pressured. This leads to this team winning without any struggles. And if you're out there and wondering what are blind relay exchanges, some of us are just getting to learn these things, and we get to see how blind relay exchanges are a specific technique where the outgoing runner does not look back. I think so that's something else. In relay, I believe when you look sideways to see if your competitor is beside you, or look back, it gets to delays you and bring some panic, anxiety in you. So relay exchanges, blind relay exchanges are where a technique of where a sprinter is, where the outgoing sprinter or runner does not look back at the incoming teammate when receiving the baton. And that is amazing. I think so if you have mastered this key, and that is a smart move you got, and that's a smart power in your pocket. So by relying on rehearsed spatial awareness and matching the incoming runner's velocity before the baton is handed off, teams can perform a transfer that costs nearly 0 time compared to visual exchanges where the receiver often slows down to check their position. So how much time do blind exchanges save, if you're wondering? And visual transfer typically costs between 0.15 and 0.3 seconds per zone because the receiver often slows down or checks their positions. So in contrast, a clean blind transfer performed at match velocity costs nearly 0 time, and this saves some winning time. So how do teams train for blind exchanges? If you're a sprinter out there and you're wondering, so we get to see blind exchanges are highly specialized skill, often treated as a distinct fifth discipline rather than just part of the race. And elite programs like the American team train for these technical handoffs, rehearsals, spatial awareness. Athletes train to achieve a 0.2 second transfer window where the receiver starts accelerating to match the incoming runner's speed before the baton is even felt in their hand. Fixed runner orders. Coaches assign specific relay orders based on which athletes are most capable of handling the incoming pace from their teammates, ensuring consistency during the handoff. Video analysis. Teams perform rigorous post-practice reviews of their exchange timing using video footage to refine the mechanics after every single repetition. Consistent drill blocks. Relay squad set aside specific training blocks dedicated solely to the exchange, moving away from simple individual speed work to focus on the system of interaction that preserve momentum. So that is amazing. To all other teams that participated in this relay, in addition to USA, Norway, and Belgium, the other teams participated in specific 4x400 meter relay heat were Brazil and Portugal. Although Nigeria was originally scheduled to compete in the heat, they did not start the race. So to our Nigerian team, I hope so next time you start the race. So thank you, my good people. Thank you for watching this race. I believe you have enjoyed the race, and let me know, drop down that tip, drop down there something you think about the whole race in general. And guys, catch me on the next one for more track and field events. Scroll down on my channel, watch their favorites and comment. Leave there a beautiful comment. Follow me if you haven't. Subscribe, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Turn on your notifications so that whenever a girl posts a video, a new video, you get to interact, you get to watch them videos. So thank you, my good people. God bless you all. Thank you for always supporting my channel. To all of you who always tunes back again and again, I don't take it for granted one bit, but I'm grateful and I pray for you all to live long so that we share these moments forever. Till next time, naf naf love. I love you all and be blessed.